Hello students, welcome back to storage area network classes. So next one is about IPSAN and FCOE. So here IPSAN, which stands for Internet Protocol Storage over Storage Area Network, and FCIP stands for Fiber Channel IP Protocol, right? Internet Protocol, and Fiber Channel over Ethernet. Also, we are supposed to study FCOE. Let us start with ISCSI. So ISCSI, which is an IP-based protocol and which establishes and manages the connections between the host and storage over IP. So this is the gateway node. We mark it as ISCSI gateway. Okay. So there is a host bus adapter. On the other side, storage array. Okay. Server which contains the host bus adapter HBA. Other side, there is a storage array. I think we have discussed about this earlier, right? ISCSI connectivity. So native ISCSI connectivity. Just let us recall them. So server to storage array direct connection over IP, right? The port is marked as ISCSI port, and here this side it is marked as HBA, host bus adapter of ISCSI. Then bridged ISCSI connectivity, which stands for there is a gateway node of ISCSI over FCSAN, okay, and servers on one side and storage area on the other side. And we have a hybrid topology as well, that is combined. So these are all the ISCSI topologies combining FC and native ISCSI. FC is the first one, native ISCSI second one, FCSAN is there. On the other side, IP is there. So servers are connected to storage array, right? So protocol stack, this we have discussed earlier. So please watch my previous video setup, right? So it is similar to your OSI model. So data which contain SCSI part followed by ICSI, TCP, IP and Ethernet. That is PDU, protocol data unit, it is called as. Okay. Moving on to the next topic, that is FCIP topology, fiber channel internet protocol. So its topology. This is the scenario, topology scenario. There are gateway nodes. Okay. They establishes the connection between various FCSANs. So FCSAN is the one which is the intermediate between server and storage array. As you can see on the left hand side as well as the right hand side, servers and storage array are connected via FCSAN, and multiple FCSANs are connected via gateway nodes. Okay, gateway nodes are nothing but they are like switches or routers or bridges. So FCIP gateway over internet protocol. Various FCSAN nodes are connected. So this is what the topology of FCIP. There is a single diagram, easy to remember. So server and storage array to be marked on left hand side and right hand side, and FCSAN, right? Various FCSANs are connected together via gateway node. So its performance and security. So performance, reliability and security should always be taken into consideration when implementing storage solution. This is obvious, right? Performance, reliability and security, all the parameters to be considered. So the implementation of FCIP is also subject to the same considerations. So from the perspective of performance, configuring multiple paths between FCIP gateways eliminates a single point of failure and provides increased bandwidth. So, wherever multiple uh, paths are available or paths are established, then single path of failure can be eliminated. Why? So, single path of, in case of path failure, one path fails. In case if one path fails, then the other one will remain active, right? So point of failure, we can replace it with another redundant path. Next is the FCOE, fiber channel over Ethernet. Okay, another important topic from this module. So this protocol FCOE, fiber channel over Ethernet, which provides the consolidation of LAN and SAN traffic over a single physical interface infrastructure. So LAN and SAN. LAN you are aware of, local area network in association with storage area network on a single physical interface infrastructure, right? Here is the diagram infrastructure before using FCOE. Looks quite complicated, but concept is simple. So this is after using FCOE. Just differentiate, just to go through the diagram, you will come to know. So this is before implementing FCOE. There are many redundant paths you can see among see all the servers are connected to all the FC switches. That's why you can see so many paths or so many redundant lines in the diagram, right? All the servers are connected to all the FC switches. Just try to understand. There are 4 servers and 4 FC switches are marked. Sorry, 2 FC switch and 2 IP switch. So what happens is all the servers are connected to all the FC switches as well as IP switches, right? This is before implementing FCOE, and here after implementing FCOE, what happened is, say FC switches and FCOE, that IP FC in association with IP, okay, a special after implementing this protocol, the switch is marked as FCOE switches, which reduces the number of configurations, number of path establishments. This is one of the advantage. So this reduces the number of lines or configurations. So it reduces, it eliminates the extra or redundant configuration. Okay, so in effective way we can configure the network effective and efficient way. That's it. So many redundant paths are eliminated just because of the usage of, because of using the FCOE protocol, hence the switch is called as FCOE switch. Okay. Next is about the components of FCOE network. So FCOE key components. They are converged network adapter. So network adapter, cable and switches. So cable and switches, right, are must for communication, and adapter is must. Here CNA it is called as converged network adapter. Okay, this network adapter is used for transferring the data from so the adapter is connected to server or host, right, and on the other side it is to storage array. In between there are switches, we mark them as the FCOE switches now. So this convergent network adapter, which lets us to have the faster data communication. So data rate is in terms of Gbps. Okay, since it is connected to Ethernet. No, cables are must area, as you are aware of. Most of the cable cases, a copper based uh, twinax and standard fiber optical cables are used for communication. So either copper cable or standard optical cable. Again, in most of the case, most of the scenarios, optical cables or optical channels are used. You know the reason also, right? You have studied about them. And this is what the FCOE switches. So fiber channel forwarder and Ethernet bridge are the two internal components. So this is what the internal architecture, architecture of FCOE switch. So okay, as you can see the ports on one side it contains FC port, and on the other side it contains the Ethernet port. FCOE, fiber channel over Ethernet. So one side over it is connected to Ethernet, can be connected to Ethernet. So Ethernet ports are available, and on the other side it can be connected to another switch, so fabric. Okay, FC port, fiber channel port. Forwarder and Ethernet bridge are the internal components of the FCOE switch. Okay, so here is the frame structure. of FCOE. So bottommost, which contains the Ethernet FCs. So after that, there is a reserved space and end of file frame. Okay. Next, which contains the encapsulated FC frame. So encapsulated, which encapsulation in the sense addition of extra bits or padding bits. So FC CRC, cyclic redundancy code, check code, can be added, right? Encapsulated frame it is called as the original data which is slightly encapsulated. After that, some reserved field, then start of frame SOF field is marked, so some reserved space you can say, right? Then here Ethernet type to be mentioned, that is FCOE. Okay. uh, its version, then reserved field once again. Okay. Then IEEE 802.1q tag. So this stands for protocol which wireless, if you are using the wireless communication mode of communication, source address and destination address. MAC stands for media access control. So source MAC address and destination MAC address. So these are all the various fields of FCOE frame. This is the FCOE frame structure. So many reserved field you can say. Okay. They are purposely left blank, these reserved fields are. So in between, it contains the actual data, encapsulated data and all, right? Then start of frame is there, end of frame is there, FCOE and its version will be marked. Okay. Then uh, wireless protocol for communication, that is marked, source address and destination MAC address is marked. Fine. That's it guys from this chapter. Let us continue our discussion. So next is about network attached storage, NAS. Let us continue our discussion in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.